You have the best cream base and you blend it well and everything will be 2-3 hours into your makeup, you find out that everything is already looking oily and messy. And you know the problem? The powders. You're not using the right powders for you. So today, we are going to discuss powders. Hi everyone, my name is Choma Meje and you are welcome again to building your personalized makeup box series. Powders basically are to set your creams. That means like your creams can still move. If you put your cream blush and you can still move. Your powder is to make sure that it stays in place. That's why we say, oh, set your face with this. Set your face is to set that cream and make sure that it stays in one place. And also to help keep it from getting oily as quick. Powders are easy to choose, right? Because they work for all skin types. The only thing or the major thing that you are looking at when you're choosing your powder is, say, the color of powder that you're trying to choose and your budget. So you're trying to get something that's within your budget, but it's also the right shade for what you need it to be. We'll start with powder blush. For powder blush, again, it is color or budget. I say color because you ideally want to match your powder blush to your cream blush. Say if you are using a hot pink blush, a hot pink cream blush, you want to use a hot pink powder. My number one affordable blush is the Zaron Splash eyeshadow palette, and that's because it's an eyeshadow palette, but it has orange, pink, berry shades that I use as blush, and this beauty has a really nice blush palette. The high-end options are singular because capitalism, but I have seen a lot of the girls talk about house labs. The Dior powder blush too is really nice. For powder bronzer or contour, it's the same thing really. They're trying to use something that is as close to the shade of cream as possible or something affordable. I know that Annie's Beauty has a really nice shade of brown palette. It's called Meet the Browns. It doubles as eyeshadow palette and also bronzer contour palette, so that's great. If you are seriously on a budget, you can just get, I think I used to use the Fira compact powder. It was a normal finishing powder, but I just got the shade that was as close to my bronzer as possible, and I started using it as my powder bronzer. So you can do the same. If you afford a powder that you really like, you can just find a shade that is as close to your bronzer as possible and start using that for your powder bronzer. For high end, I know that Fenty Beauty and NARS have very great powder bronzers and contours setting powder. I think this is the most serious word because if your setting powder is bad, the consequences are dire. After 2 hours, you start seeing a lot of creasing, or you would actually, under eyes would get really oily, and then your nose is getting oily and everything is getting oily, and it's just, your setting powders are for setting your concealers, majorly under your eye, your T-zones, all of that. But me, I also like to use my setting powder to set my entire face because I think it helps make my makeup last longer. So for setting powder, you're choosing based on your undertone or the kind of look that you are going for, and then your budget. Ideally, you want to get something that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than you and also matches your undertone. Find someone who is your skin shade and your undertone and see the shade of setting powder that they're using, and then use that as your hack to get setting powders. My favorite affordable setting powder is the Younger Beauty setting powder. It's really, really nice. I've used it a couple of times and it really impressed me. But if we are going high end, I have used the Laura Mercier and the Huda Beauty Easy Bake, and both of them are fantastic. Now for the final one, the finishing powder. Before, I don't really pay much mind to finishing powder because it's like, But one day I went to do my makeup. My makeup artist used Sephora finishing powder, and I could actually see the difference it made in my makeup. A finishing powder helps to bring your entire look together. You know that you put different colors. You put the pink blush, you put the white, you have white under eyes, you have the bronzer, everything. There is a part where you're looking like clownish, and the finishing powder just brings everything back, makes them not one color per se, but makes it look more presentable. The major thing you're looking at in a finishing powder is the color or the shade. You have to make sure that this is your own shade, and then budget. Affordable finishing powders I like are the Maybelline Fit Me finishing powder, the Zaron Cosmetics powder, and something that I don't see a lot of is the Blot Cosmetics finishing powder. It's very nice. For high end, my goats, the Sephora Sephora powder. I'll not even call it high end because it's not like, I'll not say it's high end, but I think it's an amazing finishing powder, the Sephora finishing powder. That is the end of today's session. See you hopefully next week where we talk about eyes. If you've gotten to this point, this is the third video in this series. So go back to watch the other two. Bye everyone.